to be studying architecture, for your bachelor's degree in the city of Chicago is
Oh,
just like,
wow.
right, like it's like the mecca of like modernism.
Sure.
There's Mies and Frank Lloyd Wright everywhere. Amazing skyscrapers. It's just a really, really great and rich environment to really learn the fundamentals of architecture. I have to give a huge shout out to like my studio professor at the very last year, senior year, last studio. Um, Richard Blunder was my studio professor, and the studio was essentially a to design a market in Mexico City, and it was an international competition. So I think there were like at least a dozen different universities that were competing,
Yep.
and first place prize was a $10,000 traveling fellowship. I'm extraordinarily lucky that like I won first place, and that gave me a
Wow.
ton of opportunities after I graduated uh, to essentially spend the next year after graduation traveling the world.
That's crazy. So tell me about your entry for the competition. What was that like?
Uh, so like the prompt was essentially a market in the middle of Mexico City.
Yeah.
Uh, the competition was sponsored by the Lyceum Fellowship, and they hold this competition every year.
Okay.
And then they select a handful of judges, and like they select the first, second, and third place. First place was a traveling fellowship,
Hmm.
and like super lucky to have placed first place.
That's crazy. What was your design solution?
It was essentially like this urban fabric and aggregated color that like hovered the entire market. We needed some type of canopy structure. Like Mexico City gets fairly hot in the summer, and you have a lot of direct sun. But what was really unique about my project was like the fabric up on top was color coded
Yeah.
based on the program underneath.
Oh,
So like
wow.
exactly like green was all like the grocery area, so like all like the top of the fabric matched with the program underneath.
Yeah.
Red was like like cafe and like restaurant. I think yellow was like cultural activity. So it's really designing like the multi-layer. What does the section look like when you cut through the canopy and the program
Hmm.
uh, in Mexico City? It was extraordinarily fun.